guys, good morning, welcome. I am in Addison, Texas, in the Dallas area, and this morning I walked to the airplane before 7 a.m. and it was outside and it was full of ice, and they have no anti-ice capabilities here whatsoever. So I started scraping it with a towel, the soft towel that I have. I have a few of them in the back, and I barely scratched the surface. So I asked them to pull it inside the hangar. They were very nice about it here at Atlantic Aviation. They pulled it into the hangar, the guys, and they started the heat as well, and it melted away. So it took about half an hour, but it was pretty bad. Look at that live video that I just posted on that date. Today's date is let's say December 8th. So look at that live video and you'll see the ice that I'm talking about. So it was pretty gnarly. The airplane wouldn't fly, and that ice was not gonna go anywhere. It was just gonna stay on the wing all the way. You don't take chances when you have icing on your wings, okay? You don't want to fly. Not because it's that heavy, because that wasn't really heavy, but it would make a very, very ugly surface for the wind to stick to it and generate any lift. So there's no reason for that. So I waited a half an hour, and ice is gone. I wiped it off, a little bit of water, it's all gone. It's all great now. So that's it. All right, stay tuned. We'll be flying shortly. Oh man, it's cold. The seat is hard as a rock.
X-ray 1359er Zulu, wind calm, visibility 1-1. Skies clear, temperature -3, dew point -9, altimeter 3026. IFR clears a VFR flight following, contact ground control on 121.6 only. 119.55 combined on 121.6. All IFR prop departures advise tally IFR when calling ready for departure. Notice the airman.
Addison ground, Sirius November 712 Romeo Alpha, looking to pick up my IFR clearance to Lebanon, Missouri.
712 Romeo Alpha, you're cleared to the Lima Bravo Oscar Airport. On departure, turn left 050. Straight right of vector, Texoma 5, departure, McAllister transition. As filed, maintain 2000. 7,010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.3, spark 0572.
And ground, Sirius November 712 Romeo Alpha, with information X-ray at Atlantic Aviation off of Tango, ready to taxi.
712 Romeo, runway 33, correction, runway 15, taxi Alpha, no delay through Gulf, please.
Alright, runway 15, no delay to Romeo Alpha. Addison Tower, Sirius November 712 Romeo Alpha, holding short runway 15, ready for departure.
712 Romeo Alpha, turn left heading 050, runway 15, left takeoff.
Left 050, runway 15, clear for takeoff, 712 Romeo Alpha. Alright. Clear, file's clear, other side is clear, and we're good to go. Alright, full power. Airspeed's alive, looking for 70, and here it goes. Man, she's flying today. Flaps up, baby.
Traffic.
That was a quick takeoff. For 101. There. We can turn.
2 Romeo Alpha, contact regional approach.
Contacting approach, Romeo, thanks. Regional approach, good morning, Sirius November 712 Romeo Alpha, turning 050, 1700 for 2000.
Number 2 Romeo Alpha, regional departure radar contact, maintain 2000 for traffic.
We'll maintain 2000 for traffic, 2 Romeo Alpha.
Level 1587 traffic, 12 o'clock, 2 miles opposite direction, turning northeast, about 2000, Sirius.
We are looking south 1587.
Number 2 Romeo Alpha, traffic, 12 o'clock, 1.5 miles opposite direction, is a 737 3000.
Got him inside, 2 Romeo Alpha.
Number 7 Romeo Alpha, turn left heading 360, climb maintain 3000.
That's 712 Romeo Alpha, you said?
721 Romeo Alpha, affirmative, turn left heading 360.
360 and 3000 to Romeo Alpha.
Number 2 Romeo Alpha, turn right, heading 030, climb maintain 5000.
030 and 5000 to Romeo Alpha. And she can climb today. I was putting like 1600 feet a minute, still climbing at like 150 knots indicated. It's crazy. There's all that cold, crisp weather.
Number 2 Romeo Alpha, turn left heading 360.
Left 360 to Romeo Alpha. They're zigzagging me.
Romeo Alpha, you can expect 5,000 as the final center sign.
That's fine. To Romeo Alpha. Alright, so this is going to be our final.
Number 712 Romeo Alpha, Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, go ahead, to Romeo Alpha.
2 Romeo Alpha, maintain 5,000 for traffic, and you're clear direct McAllister.
Direct McAllister and 5000 to Romeo Alpha, thanks. So, about an hour left, and they had us at 5,000 earlier, but then they finally climbed us up to 7,000. As a matter of fact, I was considering canceling IFR and taking all the way VFR at 7,500 feet, because the higher you are, you conserve a lot of fuel. So, but finally they gave us 7,000, and that was good. So it's good here. There's calm conditions, so we're cruising at 171 over the ground, which is not too bad. And we're going to be landing with about 19 to 20 gallons of fuel. I'm thinking about the next flight, going to Milwaukee to fly VFR, just because it's if I fly 7,500 feet, I'm going to be clear of all the military airspaces right between them, and I'll be fine. I'm probably going to get flight following, just to be in the system, and then stay below the class Bravo in Chicago, and go in for runway 16 or something.
4772.
Many of you ask, you know, how do I record the audio and what kind of equipment I use to record the videos. So main camera is a GoPro Hero 5. I just picked that up a few weeks ago. It's fantastic. I also have a backup battery pack, and I have it in stabilization mode, so it keeps things kind of stable. And then I have a standard GoPro, little flexible neck thing that I can actually take it and move it around and all those things. So that's my main video. My old GoPro, which I've taken most of the videos that you've seen out there, is a very old plain GoPro Hero. Okay, nothing special, nothing crazy, very, very simple stuff. So that I have it mounted on a standard GoPro, and it's actually fixed, so it's looking forward. That's my secondary camera. The way I record the audio is directly into the iPhone, as you can see as I'm speaking right here. Hello, hello, you can see the audio signals right there. I'm basically recording with the audio recorder with a little cable that attaches to, let me get the cable mess out of the way here. That attaches to my headset. I got that off of Sporties, and it splits the audio. Yeah, Pilot USA, pilot-usa.com, it says here. So that's the product, and it goes, basically splits the intercom audio, so it picks up all the intercom and radio. What else? Many of you ask what I do for a living and how I'm able to fly so much. I fly roughly between 150 to 200 hours per year. About more than 60% of the hours that I fly are business hours for my business. I own a small software company called Auto Agent. You can find that at autoagent.com. It's very specific, very niche. We have a patent on the product. It's a software product designed for government agencies, for tax collectors, and we basically supply property tax information to most of the mortgage lenders in the country. It's a small company. There's only not too many of us working. I founded the company several years ago, and we've gotten to a point where we work with county and municipal tax collectors throughout the country, and they get the service from us for free, but we charge a very, very small fee to the mortgage lenders. So it's working out wonderfully because there's no burden to the taxpayers, and we do a lot of good work with eliminating all kinds of payment issues and concerns, and we eliminate hundreds of thousands of refund situations that basically double payments, and so basically that's what we do. I founded the software, I founded the company several years ago, and now it's going very, very well. So the airplane is actually a fantastic tool to be able to do this. However, it's unique to me because I'm a pilot, and I have a good experience, and I can pretty much fly this thing anywhere within where I have my customers, except the West Coast. I can't really go to the West Coast. It wouldn't make any sense to fly this thing to the West Coast, to California and whatnot. But anywhere else, it makes sense because, I can go see clients, I can go to conferences, especially those very complicated schedules that are very expensive on the airlines. I can do them cheaper on this airplane, making the business flying a business expense. Okay, so it's pretty normal. Of course, my personal flying is I pay for it out of my own pocket, but it turns out to be cheaper than renting an airplane. As a matter of fact, most of my personal flying right now is pretty much almost free, so it makes perfect sense because the company picks up most of the payments for running the airplane and all the expenses associated with it. At least 60-70% of it. So that's about it. That's how it's done, and I'm very, very grateful for it. For our size of company, which is a small business, a very small company, we wouldn't be able to do it unless I was an actual pilot, an instrument-rated pilot, where I can pretty much go anywhere. Because then if you had to hire a pilot or do it in any other way, or a more expensive aircraft, that wouldn't work. So it's kind of unique. And I'm very, very grateful for it. So hopefully this will continue working out great. Miss Grace has been a beautiful bird. I love her. She's great. It's a great, great airplane to fly. She's got soul, and yep, takes me places very, very safely. All right, guys. Let's see if we can pick up the weather again into Lebanon.
Airport. Automated weather observation 16. 36 Zulu, weather, wind 260 at 10, visibility 10.
Springfield approach, Cirrus 2 Romeo Alpha. I do have the weather into Lebanon.
Cirrus 2 Romeo Alpha, roger.
And Springfield approach, Cirrus November 712 Romeo Alpha. I can begin my descent right now if that's okay with you.
Cirrus 712 Romeo Alpha, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 3000.
Descend my discretion 3000 to Romeo Alpha, thanks. Alright, let's start getting down. Drinking the rest of my water. So the airport should be right before the town over there. So I should be straight ahead as the road curves ahead of me.
Cirrus 2 Romeo Alpha, are you hearing anything that sounds like somebody might have a stuck mic on this frequency?
Negative.
Thank you.
It's right next to the highway, so it should be right ahead of me. It's going like that way. I think I see it.
Cirrus 2 Romeo Alpha, advise Lebanon Airport in sight, 12 o'clock, 13 miles.
Airport in sight, Romeo Alpha.
Cirrus 2 Romeo Alpha, cleared visual approach, Lebanon, report cancellation of IFR in the air or on the ground on this frequency, change to advisory frequencies approved, no traffic currently observed between you and the field.
Alright, go ahead and cancel me out and I'll switch over to Unicom. Thanks, Romeo Alpha.
Cirrus 2 Romeo Alpha, IFR cancellation is received, have a good day.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to stay on this code, Romeo Alpha.
Yeah, just stay on that code, take it to the ground, please.
Alright, you got it, Romeo Alpha, thank you. Lebanon traffic, Cirrus November 712 Romeo Alpha is entering left base, runway 18, full stop, Lebanon. Full flaps. Lebanon traffic, Cirrus November 712 Romeo Alpha is entering final runway 18, full stop, Lebanon. Nice runway. The wind just completely shifted. It came from ahead of me to being completely a total, crosswind from the right side. So that was very interesting. But I didn't see any winds here or anything like that. All the way to the end. Alright guys, well stay tuned for the next flight going to Chicago Milwaukee Airport, Chicago Executive. Alright.
All right. It's gonna be cold. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm gonna fly VFR to Milwaukee. I'm not gonna fly VFR, have me rudder all over the freaking place. So VFR it is.
Clear below 1.
12,000. Temperature 1 Celsius. Dew point -14. Altimeter 3011.
Lebanon traffic, Sirius November 712 Romeo Alpha, is taking runway 18, departure to the northeast, Lebanon. Alright, funnel is clear, other side is clear. And we're out of here. Full power. Airspace is alive, looking good. Rotate. Above 80, positive rate, flaps up. Let's maintain 101. Another climb out. Caps available. Hey guys, an hour, 13 minutes to our flight and crossing the Mississippi River. It's right below us. And on that side you can see it better. So we're crossing from Missouri over to Illinois. And south over there somewhere is St. Louis. So far a very smooth flight, flying at 7,500 feet. We have a nice little tailwind of 10 knots, doing about 181 over the ground. So pretty good stuff. And also what I did, I put a couple of fixes in the flight plan. Did at the top of the descent right here. So basically what I've done, I found a couple of fixes, Wi-Fi, which is outside of the Aurora airport, north of it, and another one called, what's the name of that fix? Gems, right? And I put some targets for me to be basically, so I can actually, for the system to remind me to start descending on time, and I plugged in those top of descents, so I can actually be at 3,500 feet before Wi-Fi, and 2,500 feet before Gems, and then 1,700 feet, about 13 miles from Milwaukee. This way I can clear all the Bravo airspaces. So that's going to work out pretty well. Chicago approach, good afternoon, Sirius November 712 Romeo Alpha, checking 7,500 with information Juliet into Milwaukee, and I'd like to begin my VFR descent down.
November 712 Romeo Alpha, Chicago approach, resume your own navigation outside the O'Hare class Bravo airspace.
On navigation outside the Bravo to Romeo, thanks.
November 2 Romeo Alpha, traffic 2 o'clock, 5 miles west-northwestbound, altitude indicates 4,500.
Alright, looking to Romeo Alpha.
November 2 Romeo Alpha, traffic's now 1 o'clock, 2 miles northwestbound, 4,500 unverified.
Alright, got him, other TKS looking to Romeo Alpha. Traffic inside Romeo Alpha, no factor.
Roger. Here's 2 Romeo Alpha, additional traffic, 10 o'clock, 3 miles eastbound, altitude indicates 2,400.
Okay, we'll be looking for that too, to Romeo Alpha.
We get 2 Romeo Alpha for further flight following, contact Chicago approach 120.55.
2055, thanks, to Romeo Alpha. Chicago approach, November 712 Romeo Alpha, Sirius SR22, fly following to Milwaukee.
2 Romeo Alpha, Chicago, Harold altimeter 2990, remain outside the Chicago Bravo.
Outside the Bravo 2990, to Romeo Alpha. The next frequency is going to be Executive Tower, 119.9er.
You're November Foxtrot, it's going to maintain 2,000.
The Schaumburg Airport right there.
210 knots or greater.
It's going to maintain 2,500, 210 knots or greater, 60 knots above.
Gate Yankee X-ray traffic, no factor, VFR altitude, your discretion.
Where's the airport? 15 miles, 13 miles rather.
There's 2 Romeo Alpha, just advise when you have executive in sight. You're 12 to 1 o'clock, 11 miles now.
We'll let you know to Romeo Alpha. Alright, I think I have the airport in sight. I think I see the hangars and everything.
Romeo Alpha has the Milwaukee Airport in sight.
2 Romeo Alpha, thanks. Contact Executive Tower 119.9er. Good day.
Over to tower, good day. Thanks. Turn around. Executive Tower, good afternoon. Sirius November 712 Romeo Alpha, 7 miles west of the field with information Juliet inbound full stop.
Sirius 712 Romeo Alpha, Executive Tower. Turn right downwind for runway 16, should be number 2. Following Phenom traffic, 8 miles north of the field.
Okay, we'll be entering right downwind for runway 16, number 2, Romeo Alpha. Alright, I see the airport.
Executive Tower, Phenom 60 November Foxtrot.
It's hard to tell also from this altitude.
60 November Foxtrot, Executive Tower. There's 2 Romeo Alpha, Phenom traffic you're following is now entering a 4 mile final for runway 16 advisor site.
I will let you know, Romeo Alpha. Very bumpy.
There's 2 Romeo Alpha, Phenom traffic you're following is now passing off a mile to your right. 1,600 descending advisor site.
Yep, got him inside. Romeo Alpha will follow.
Romeo Alpha base turn to follow that traffic. Runway 16, clear to land. Number 2, stay parking.
Number 2, behind the Phenom, runway 16, parking is signature, 0712 Romeo Alpha. Full flaps.
Get down to 0 November Foxtrot, turn left on runway 24, or Delta if you can make it, and then left turn on Kilo, cross 24 and 30.
Delta Kilo, cross runway 24, 30, 60 November Fox.
And Tower Twin Cessna 310 Lima Charlie.
Tower Executive 573 on the R now for 16. Executive 573, Executive Tower, Roger, continuing out for runway 16.
Continuing 16, 573.
7 Juliet Alpha, runway 24, line up way, traffic crossing downfield.
That was quite a bit of crosswind, huh?
There's 712 Romeo Alpha, turn left on Echo, and then behind the Phenom.
Traffic.
Signature via Kilo.
Left on Echo behind the Phenom, signature via Kilo. Alright guys, so that was a good flight.
Landing with Juliet.
Easy VFR flight.
This is 0,
Stay tuned for the next flight going down to Boca on Monday. And we'll see you soon.